There's just my plus 10 OG Linus just sitting here doing fuck all.
I mean, he's still not bad. That weapon is still solid.
No, he's not bad. I do like using him, but it's just kind of sad that they just basically made Linus 2.
That's what angered me about the Linus in GHB when I first saw that. Not that it was Linus per se. It was just that Linus had already been a GHB and that they had so many other choices that would have made more sense.
Yeah, it is just frustrating in a way, because not only do I now have to invest grills into another Linus, which I don't feel bad about because I do really like Linus as a character, but it's just, you could have put him on the banner. You could have just included a different character.
Have you seen his weapon at all?
I have seen his weapon, yes.
It's like Binding Necklace. Hold on.
Yeah, like it gives him stats if the opponent has stats, I think.
Yes, and the name is very stupid. Well, it steals their bonuses, so it takes them away and then gives them to him.
Quickly check. The Death Fang Axe.
The name is so stupid. They seem to struggle with names a lot.
It's just...
Some names are absolutely terrible. I still can't get over Rapid Crier book.
It's just the problem that they try to represent the character in their PRF. And that usually doesn't work unless you put stupid stuff together and pretend it's one word.
They love using the descriptions. Like a unit is called the Friendly Spirit, and then they give them the Friendly Lance. Like, at least for Cormac, they didn't. He's the Aloof Lanceman. I was gonna rip my hair out if they gave him like the Aloof Lance or the Lanceman's Lance or something. Sometimes they have decent names, like for Ivil's Free Blade's Edge is like, that's not bad. But
oh, I can't wait for Heath's refine the Wandering Lance.
Oh no!
I was looking at this earlier today. That Linus's description in Fae is grammatically not the greatest, and then the one that they put on Twitter is perfect. So
really, there's no fucking
yeah.
way. I remember it's not grammatically correct because the sentences don't connect. Following his death and now made into a morph, a living construct by Nurgle, and then another part of the sentence should follow, I think.
The Linus one on Twitter says, a member of the Black Fang Assassins who, following his death, is fashioned by Nurgle into a living construct called a morph.
What?
Which sounds way better.
How do you mess it up that bad?
I think the problem is that the sentence starts following his death and now made into a morph.
Yeah.
Because that's a fragment of a sentence. There's no subject to the sentence, really.
It's like an introduction to like a subject that's yet to come, or like an action.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if they said following his death and now made into a morph, a living construct, he serves Nurgle, that would have been one thing. But there's
easy fix, but they just didn't think of that, I guess. That bothered me. I remember that.
That is annoying. To be fair, I think I single-handedly they screwed up Morm's description and it really bothered me, so I sent it in, and then the next month they changed it. Maybe I can do that with Linus too.
If enough people do it, I'm sure they'll fix it. Hoi there everyone! This is FatesFanboy speaking, and welcome back to another summoning session. Today, on the New Heroes and Rearmed Chrom banner. Or rather, a Fallen Heroes banner, as is customary around this time of year, really. It was a massive slap across the face for me, because they just kinda randomly dropped another female Byleth in there, as well as ANANKOS, basically the only dragon I would probably ever be interested in. And they dropped it right at a time when I'd sank all my orbs into Letizia and Brave Byleth, so great situation for me. But still, I've managed to scrounge up 176 orbs, as you can see, and I'm going to try my best to summon a few Byleths tonight, hopefully. As usual, I'm joined here tonight by my good friends, Interesting and Yearlinger. Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
A very good afternoon from the United States of America.
Serene might also be joining in later on. I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like I said, plan today is we're going for female Byleth, and we're hopefully not going to get screwed over by Chrom, even though that would definitely not be that bad of a scenario, realistically, because these skills are amazing.
Yeah, Rearmed unit with a very good base kit.
And also the first skill to have an ellipsis in it. Very cool instance. Thank you very much.
I believe so. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any other, unless I'm forgetting something obvious.
What about Hot Springs Ryoma? He's got...
that's true. It's curtains, yeah.
Okay.
That's a weapon, but still.
That's right.
We do have exclamation points.
Yes, a fate's changed. It's funny how all of Chrom's skills somehow get all the punctuation.
Well, Awakening does love its dramatism.
Oh, true. As is kind of traditional for these Fallen banners, all the units kind of have good fodder. Look at this skill set. She's literally completely decked out.
Yeah, she has everything you'd want for for a healer. You could grab Tech Speed, Unity, Poetic Justice, and Holy Panic at the same time. You couldn't get Even Recovery at the same time, but still, that's a very good 3 skills to pick up. Oh, and you could get no, you couldn't get Nudge Plus at the same time. But
Unfortunately. In short, there's a lot here to go for. My main priority is going to be ANANKOS and female Byleth. But yeah, getting any of these units along the way would be a pretty good scenario. I'd be sitting pretty with some good fodder. And I think that's really all I have to say. I'm trying to not make this too long-winded as I tend to do. So let's probably just head in without any further delay.
it's easy to do that.
It is easy to do that. But there we go. This is basically a perfect circle. Though it pains me that I'm not able to go for greenstones, because I do have Atlas, Female Shez, and now Sylvain to work on, all 3 of which I cannot get. But yeah, starting off strong with Jagan here. And I think, unlike last time, where I forgot and postponed until the end of the session, I'm going to ask you guys right off the rip, what did you think of the character selection? Did it make sense? Did you like it?
I thought it generally made sense. I thought it was definitely not the character selection I was thinking, but I liked it in general. And I think that, aside from the GHB, I think Linus was a very odd choice. They had to sort of retcon it to make him speak. But other than that, I was pretty happy. Like the banner itself, I was quite happy with the picks. Even if I don't like Maria, I like how they used her kit, and it makes sense with the story implications.
You know, I myself was kind of struggling to think of candidates for a new Fallen banner, but they made it work, even if there were some real characters out of left field. What about you, Year? What did you think? I know you haven't played many mainline games, but you've played 3 Hopes.
You know all about them.
You've played 3 Hopes, so you know about Byleth and the Sothis situation.
Well, I mean, I said before the recording that Fallen Maria caught me blindsided, so I was very pleasantly surprised by her. Probably the only disappointing part for me was, funnily enough, ANANKOS.
Ah, yes.
It was, yeah, I know some people were disappointed by that. I personally am willing to give him a pass because I'm glad that he's finally here, and
Same here.
I think it's a little weird that he's not a mythic, but I don't mind that he's fallen.
No, like, that was my main issue as well. I never expected him to just be on a regular banner, of all things. I was sure he was going to come as a mythic unit first and foremost, but
yeah,
I guess they kind of worked around it by making this his DLC form instead of his, final boss form.
I think they're padding it out a bit.
Definitely.
They love padding out banners, and they made sure, especially by selecting Linus as this GHB, they have plenty of other choices to choose from in, or however many.
Yeah, because now they've also kind of just...
Speaking of Fallen...
Wrong Fallen unit.
That is quite an old Fallen unit.
I think we're like 2 years late, but yeah, no, that's fine. I actually do really like Fallen Milcorn, so I'm not complaining, but man, what an IV.
However, he will get his refine in probably no less than like 7 or 8 months.
That is a relatively close, I guess, goated Argon art. That is one thing I cannot complain about in the slightest.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, what I was going to say is, with this Linus ult, they've basically freed up the way for the other revived Fang members, I want to say. Lloyd can be there. Brandon is probably going to be there at some point. I forget who the others are. Ursula is there?
Ursula is there. There's Jeremy. Haha.
Oh, right.
He's filthy. Uhai and...
Ah, yes.
Darren as well.
I'm not sure if they're going to add the minor characters, like Darren and Uhai.
Yeah, I don't know. There's the possibility, because they did Dehorba and Anon.
Yeah, even though to an oblivious fan like me, I thought, okay, well, there's Chrom. Hello, Chrom.
You thought that Chrom was not going to show up.
I hoped Chrom... Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I did hope he was going to show up, because Arcane Devourer is very welcome in my barracks. Minus attack.
Oh yeah, I'm
excellent.
Sure you hoped. Oh,
excellent. I can definitely work with that.
That's the same IV as Corn.
Same IV as Corn. Please don't let it be one of those sessions. I don't know whether to love or to dislike the fact that they use his official art pose for this ult.
It's sort of weird, but I like it. I do like callbacks like that, though. And it looks...
honestly, fantastic art.
Yeah, I like the art itself. Oh, and something people notice is that Arcane Devourer looks like a corrupted Levin sword, basically.
I mean, the Levin sword just has a lightning pattern, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, never mind. You're right. It's not... It vaguely resembles it, but it's not.
Fate Unchanged. I mentioned to my little brother, like, this skill feels like that, honey, it's 4 a.m. meme.
It also feels like they're just like, what can we find for the opposite words of to change or to modify. Oh, well, unchanged.
Of course.
And they finally made snags good for certain units, for Brave Chrom himself, and if there's ever like a Cav or Flyer Lucina alt, it's on him because it has the same condition as his assist. They both have that within 4 spaces, and then within 2 spaces of those foes with Savior.
Right.
So it's supposed to have perfect synergy, which it does. So they get hit with speed defense -7, the sabotage status, and then exposure. So they take 10 more damage. They effectively have like -14 speed and defense, and he gets speed and defense in combat as well.
I forget that exposure is just deal +10 damage.
Yeah.
Just fucking face life and death. That explains why all my units melted in the story. Yeah, that definitely makes sense now.
A lot of people are saying Brave Chrom is better, but at the very least, this Chrom has team support in the form of those debuffs.
Yeah, I was going to quickly mention Brave Chrom because it seems this Chrom inherited infantry speed tactic from that version.
Yes, it doesn't really make sense with this kit too much, but it's a really nice skill to fodder off.
I guess they're just keeping up the trend of giving like skills or even personal specials to like subsequent alts.
Yeah, that's true. They like to sometimes carry over one skill.
Like they also did with Divine Pulse on this new Byleth. Though that one also makes sense in the story context.
Yeah, that's right. And that's also they like carrying over legendary purse skills. They do that with almost every unit that comes after a legendary.
Let's listen to some quotes. He's probably just going to moan and groan a lot, but you know, that's just Fallen Banners.
Fate is inevitable. There is no changing it.
I forget they gave him a voice filter as well. Yeah.
Yes. I guess the Risen tend to have that.
They do tend to have that, that's true.
All corpses now. Everyone. Elise is gone.
Damn. Okay. This is really just the post-apocalyptic Chrom.
Yeah, it's interesting that canonically, if Grima wins, Chrom just becomes the Lord of the Risen.
Yeah. Like, I guess that is canon now. Was it canon before? I don't think there was ever mention of that in Awakening, was there?
It was, yeah, there's never really... All that was mentioned was that Chrom and all his friends died. And that Chrom died at the hands of Grima, obviously. But now, I guess it's being confirmed that what if Chrom did die?
Yeah.
What would happen afterwards? And that's that.
That's like the thing heroes specialize in. Vanessa, let's go.
Yeah, the what if scenarios.
Yeah, but that also makes why I can't really take it as true canon, like the things that I said in Heroes, because that's what Heroes revolves around,
right,
the
that's
what if
true. I guess
scenarios.
I'm exaggerating a little bit by saying that Chrom's resurrection would be canon, but I think if Awakening were expanded, I think they would still take that approach.
Yeah, I'm sure. Chrom is a good thing to get. I do hope Byleth shows up eventually, because I've had a bit of a nagging feeling inside that I'm going to be like the person who's dragging down the average mark on this banner. But, you know, I got Chrom so far, so maybe it won't be that tragic? Question mark.
You at least got something.
Yeah. It's not the something I was looking for, but that is, hello? Cyrene?
Oh. Wow, she couldn't join us in the call, so I guess she joined us some way.
Cyrene, I didn't expect you to show up this early.
You're getting dragged into this
she's
now.
muted.
Come
on, Cyrene, unmute.
Oh, there she is.
There we go.
Minus res.
Minus Vez, oh well.
Aside from, like, minus speed, possibly her worst IV, she is very pretty, though.
Yeah, just the neutral pose irks with me a bit. Just the face looks weird. But, like, the rest of the art, fantastic. No complaints.
Yeah, I guess her original face looks a little wide.
The chin is so sharp. Like, why?
That
is not how a human face works, I think.
You could cut bread with that thing.
You could... So true.
Princess Tana has grown a great deal. I suppose I have you to thank for that as well.
Do you now? I've done nothing, I think. I followed her to Atelier, but that's alright. But actually, that kind of reminds me, like, we had Rearmed Tana, we had Rearmed Ingrid, now we have Rearmed Chrom. Are we ever getting Ascended units again? Yes! Yes!
Well, we're
let's
getting
fucking go!
I guess. That is nice.
The tragedy has been avoided.
The tragedy has officially been avoided. Yes, Byleth, a simple
over.
Mercenary. And nothing more. Oh, please, let it not be plus HP. Please, I am begging, on my knees. It's minus HP!
It's minus HP, yay!
Look, plus defense, your favorite.
I do love plus defense, but I don't think she needs it. Actually, I know she doesn't need it. That is a massive relief. I am not going to be the
That's
person
nice.
to drag down the average luck on this banner. You love to see it. You know, I have to say, I was very pleasantly surprised with, like, the Hidari art on Byleth. It looks amazing, actually. Everything feels right, you know, the proportions feel right, the pose feels
true.
right.
Yeah, well, she's actually very, like, not busty in Assault.
No.
It seems
And
like.
I kind of like it, weirdly. And wow, oh wow,
I
the
do
skills
like
she brought with her. Man, this did attack speed so though. I guess we're combining skills now, boys.
Basically, what she does is she vantages and hits you, and then you hit her, but your hit is reduced a ton by Close Call and Divine Pulse, and then she hits you again, and she gets bonus damage on both hits.
And then you just fucking die. That's the end.
You usually die, unless you've got insane DR.
Let's quickly listen to some quotes, because I don't think I can realistically give too much useful insights on their skills and how they work together. Aside from saying, you know, one charge Divine Pills, pretty good with time spills. I will do what I am best at, which is gushing over art and voice lines. So let's do it, boys.
Such vexing arrogance for one so small.
Yes, I forgot it's Sothis. Okay. Shift gears, prepare myself for Sothis.
Revenge fulfills your own desires. Boast not of taking it for someone else's sake. It would seem you begin to understand.
Understand what? I am intimidated. I like the green flames on Byleth as opposed to the purple flames or the falling units.
Yes, I'm glad it's not. Purple would have looked really stupid on her.
It would have. And it wouldn't have been in canon either. Actually, pretty good timing this banner, because I saw that we're getting Resplendent Minion, actually, which I'm kind of interested in.
It's nice. It's similar to her old outfit because it's so,
Yeah.
you know, blue, but...
Yeah, because she is an ice dragon, so
Yeah.
you kind of had the ice motive to
Exactly.
begin with.
And the motif, yes.
Motif. My apologies.
I know, it's a rather... I don't think that's an English origin word. So
I think it
don't
probably
blame
stems from French, if I had to guess, but
Yes.
that's alright.
That's fucking French. Jesus Christ.
I think I'll probably wait to see what the Resplendent after her is. Because the banner... Hello?
2 random fallen units you pulled off focus now. Well, one was a
Huh?
4-star focus, but...
Well, you see the Progenitor God. I just summoned her, actually. You wanna have a look?
Yeah, she just wants some company, I guess.
Plus speed.
Let's go, Speedy
Minus
Fallen
res.
Rhea.
Holy fuck, these IVs are fucking
Wow, that's
atrocious.
devastating.
Devastating, but then again, I'm not using her, probably. I don't like armor units. And I don't really like Rhea, I'm sorry to say. Serene is internally screaming because I summoned Rhea, evidently.
Oh yeah, Serene likes both Rhea and Edelgard, right?
Yeah, and Dimitri and Claude. I think she just kind of likes everyone, really.
I don't know if she likes Claude.
I mean, surely she likes Claude. If
Oh,
she
really, no?
if she likes all the rest but doesn't like Claude, like, what kind of weirdo are you?
She literally just diagnosed Claude with mid.
What?
I guess if you went purely by their story relevance, that would be the case. But in terms of liking them, leaving Claude up to dry like that is sad.
That is very sad, yes.
I do remember hearing complaints about Claude when 3 Houses first came out, because people didn't like how he was too much of a goody two-shoes when he was supposed to be he's conniving.
Well, I think the main complaint about Claude was actually, oh, he's not actually bisexual? Shaking my head.
That was the first 3 months of 3 Houses discourse were just, why can't Claude marry male Byleth? And it's like, all for that one scene in the endgame.
Yeah, it's
Like,
so stupid.
People are mad that they didn't get with male Byleth.
Like, oh, I just shut up. Who cares? It's a fucking romance option at the end of a strategy game that literally impacts nothing.
Anyway,
For my first spark, I'll go for ANANKOS because he was one of my priorities. Didn't get him in the regular summons. And like I said, I can spark twice. So if I do return to this banner, I'll definitely pick up another copy of Byleth. Just so I can get that, you know, a better IV, even if it's just neutral. But there we go. ANANKOS is here. Finally. We have ANANKOS in the barracks, finally. And for some reason, they made him, like, incredibly speedy. I don't know why.
Very fast. His speed was pretty average in Fates, but they just kind of went with what they felt like.
Yeah, they just kind of let their imagination run loose, and, I guess it kind of paid off. He seems like an interesting unit at the very least.
He is basically a side breed to Rearmed Chrom. His damage reduction is different than hers. He gets first percent based, and then he gets flat damage reduction.
Let's see.
Which is always a good combo. He gets the 7 flat damage reduction from first attacks, and then he gets that 40% damage reduction. So say you would normally take 20 damage. You first get the 40% of that, so you'd be taking 8 less damage, so that'd go down to 12, and then you'd remove 7 from 12, so it'd go from 20 damage to 5 damage.
Great. Excellent.
Which, yeah, is very nice.
What is damage nowadays?
What is damage, yeah. So that is nice. It's more consistent than Grima's, although it's easier to pierce, unlike Hardy Fighter, where you can't pierce it.
And man, I have to give credit where it's due. Yearlinger kind of just popped off here. I can't even lie.
Yes, see, you finally see the light of... Yearlinger did one of ANANKOS' Cypher arts as well.
I mean, this is the one Yearlinger art I will give a pass. Like, I have given Yearlinger flack time after time again, but this one, he hit the nail on the head. Like, this one, I love this one. It's perfect. The water effects are brilliant.
Yes,
it looks great. Really did a great job. New voice actor, as I think we discussed before this call, or rather just a different voice actor, heavily influenced by a voice filter, as was audible in the reveal trailer, I believe.
Yes.
Let's just quickly have a listen.
You claim sanity, yet engage in such frivolous banter. Have you passed beyond reason?
Okay, so first impression, it sounds uncharacteristically deep.
Yes, it is much deeper.
I don't feel the voice fits the body somehow.
It's true, but then again,
he is a god.
You cannot know the pain of being forgotten, of what you are owed, falling from memory.
Oof. These quotes hit
that one
hard,
does hit
actually.
hard. Yeah. There's one in here that's really interesting. We might be able to find it.
Kadros. Even now, I think of you and remember those days with fondness.
Yeah, that was the one.
Is that the one? Kadros?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he said?
That's the king of Vala, the guy who was
Right.
Azura's father, I believe. I think he was the first king of Vala. That's right.
Okay, that's interesting, right? Because they say that this is like the ANANKOS that doesn't have any fond memories left, but then they kind of throw this line in. So that's memories of those he once held dear lie in the depths beneath the
Yeah,
waves.
they're basically all dead. And Kadros is dead, so yeah. But he, for example, on the Heirs of Fate, which this one is from, because Shigure reminds him a lot of Kadros, he's so insane that he thinks Shigure is Kadros. He deludes himself into that, so yeah.
It's good. They gave him some real good quotes here, so I'm very happy with that. And I think, like last time, I'll probably check out the special quotes as well, because that's where characters usually shine or break, especially for fallen units.
That is true.
Yeah, 42 out of 80 summons, so I can spark again. I probably will in due course, but not right now. Right now, this is the end of this summoning session, but like I said, we are going to quickly listen to some special quotes, because I want to. Starting with ANANKOS, probably.
Clear the way. I will not suffer alone. Contemptible vermin!
Oh,
I will have my blood!
I fucking love this raw power. It's amazing.
Fall beneath my feet!
These are amazing. 10 out of 10. I love these quotes.
They are.
I'll just fire these off in quick succession. They're probably going to be a lot faster than the ANANKOS'.
Your fate is dust. Pay with your life! You kneel. You dare touch me?
Okay, these are actually surprisingly good. Not even going to lie.
They are, yes.
Finally, they were allowed to put some power behind the lines. Ah yes, then we have Chrom, of course.
Useless effort. Death. This is your fate. No resistance.
There we go, that's all of them, I think. Okay, these were pretty good. Yeah, fucking death. This feels like a metal song.
His attack quotes are good too.
Oh, let's see them. Oh, right. It's the fucking growl. I remember now. That is, well, it's very faithful to the Risen sounds, actually.
That is true, yes. Was there anyone else?
I didn't get any new units, did I? I got only ones that
I
already...
just got Ray and Corin, but still.
Cyrene,
Fortune follow us.
I guess. It's like, what is it, a month late? No, 2 months late.
Yeah, but still.
You can still listen to her. Why not?
Okay, Serene, let's see your stuff.
Now, I will protect you. For the honor of Frelia!
It's alright.
No, but it's a little bland. But...
I don't know how to feel about the one word special quotes. But I guess that's the end for today's summoning session, yeah. Actually did not get screwed over. You love to see it for once. Like I've mentioned a few times before, I will most likely return to this because, you know, the prospect of a second spark is too alluring to really let pass, honestly. But that is not a concern for today. So if you came to this point, thank you very much. I don't know if I'll add the second part if it is to come, but I guess we'll see in due course. But that is all for today. Goodbye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night or morning to all.